This show is brought to you by Go Live TV. Download the app now.
Welcome. Joe Volpe, publisher of Corriere Canadese, North America's only Italian-language daily newspaper, on behalf of Go Live TV. Today we're going to be talking about the Demitri family. What an explosive international story this has turned out to be. And if you follow the pages of the Corriere Canadese, you know exactly what I mean. Anyway, yesterday, by the way, that's my twin brother, look-alike, we were outside CBSA, and this is what happened. It's a game-changing day for the Demitri. The CBSA, the Canadian Border Service Agency, opens the door for them. Now, after 6 arduous years, freedom at last, thanks to resiliency, courage, and determination, along with some competent professional help. If nothing else, those 3 qualities will forever be the legacy that the children of the Demitri will remember as exemplifying their mom and dad. Yesterday, Mr. and Mrs. Demitri, placing their trust in their future in the hands of their lawyer, Richard Borax, voluntarily turned themselves into the Canadian Border Service Agency on Airport Road. There you see them right now. There were outstanding removal orders and arrest warrants with their names. If effected, they would have been picked up and sent back to Italy. Now, prior to yesterday, they had opted for evasion, preferring to stay in hiding rather than run the risk of being returned to a country where a particular criminal organization had already targeted them. Now, notwithstanding the civility and culture of Italy and its contributions to law and jurisprudence worldwide, some covert organizations that operate outside the ponderous legal system can still execute their own brand of justice. The Demitri family has become a focus of international attention in the daily press and media, including Canada's National Post, the UK Guardian, a plethora of Italian newspapers, and of course our very own Corriere Canadese, which first raised their dilemma. Canada's immigration minister, Ahmed Hussein, was skeptical and indifferent to their plight, despite the fact that 2 of their 4 children were born here. Moreover, the system has never denied the veracity of their fears nor of their contentions. And yet arbitrators and decision makers have constantly maintained that the family can and should seek refuge elsewhere. Yesterday, as per the dictates of the process, Richard Borax, their lawyer, invigilated at their arrest and subsequent release with minimal conditions and placed an immediate request for a pre-removal risk assessment, apre, and work permit. The Demitri are excellent candidates for Immigration Canada's intake program, said Borax, adding that they are the type of future Canadians any wise, long-term thinking government would recruit. Now, for whatever reason, the Minister of Immigration had dug in his heels and refused to let this Italian family be a part of Canada. Now we'll have an opportunity to hear why at the PRA hearings, he said. The Demitri are understandably a little less stressed today, even if what happened is in fact little more than an opening of the door. Yes, we were concerned and anxious, they said. After all, our children have been living under abnormal circumstances for the better part of a year since we were denied our humanitarian and compassionate application and issued removal orders, said an overjoyed Mrs. Demitri. She added, our children have not been able to attend school, develop friendships, be like all normal kids. It breaks my heart for fear of Canadian authorities. Well, that all changed yesterday, she gushed. Her husband was grateful to the community. Quote, without its support, both moral and material, we would not have lasted this long. There's a special place in our heart for all those friends and parishioners who accepted the unstinting leadership of Vittorio Pasquale on our behalf. And we would not have gotten anywhere without Richard Borax, our lawyer. Borax didn't deny that the battle is not over. But he said at least the immediate pressure is off. They can go to church, their kids can go to school, they can meet people, go to work while we solve the impasse. It's incomprehensible, he added, that an immigration program which has welcomed over 1 million immigrants. In the last 3 years under this government, they couldn't find room for 6 Italians who are healthy and productive individuals. From here on, we'll do the best to right this wrong on this file, and then let them get on with their lives, he added. We called Minister Hussein's office. They did not immediately return calls for comments. Joe Volpe for Corriere Canadese Go Live TV, thanking you for staying with us. We're going to turn to commentary in Italian. You can follow us on social media. We'll do so right after this break.